Hey guys, this is Backhand. And
This
joining
is
with
lousy.
Lousy. We've been drinking MMA. Appreciate you joining us. This is the fourth fight on the UFC fight card for Sean Strickland versus Magomed, and this is Max Griffin versus Michael Morales. It's going to be an exciting fight. There's no doubt. This might be. I don't know if you want to say fight of the night, but it could be easily fight of the night. I think honestly, the main event is the fight of the night. Strickland versus Magomed. They both have.
Yeah.
They both go
The
forward.
reason why that's a main event. Here.
Oh man, that is the fight of the night. But this probably is the second fight of the night. I would say.
This probably is the fight of the night. But like,
Yeah, overall.
I can't wait for the main event, but
Yeah.
like, this might actually, if you're a betting guy, this is the fight of the night.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna
Two
be fun.
scrappers here.
So for me, I'm gonna pick the underdog, Max. So Morales is minus 240. Max Griffin is plus 200. 100 to make 200, and I'm going with I'm picking Max Griffin, the underdog, for plus 200.
I can see why you said that for sure, but I can't pick a winner here.
Yeah.
So I'm going the distance because I don't think either one's gonna knock each other out, and I don't think anybody's gonna sub anybody in this one. This is gonna be a stand and bang type deal.
So actually, the way I'm gonna bet it though is I am picking Griffin, but I'm gonna bet my bet is going to be going the distance all 3 rounds. Because if Griffin wins, it's not going to be by KO. Morales has great distance control and just kind of a freak athlete. He does like an amazing Superman punch. Like he's just amazing. So if Griffin wins, which I'm picking him to win, it's going to be by decision. So going the distance is a really smart bet for me because just in case Morales makes it a close fight and Morales takes this fight seriously instead of showboating like he did in his last fight, Morales could win, right? Obviously. So going the distance makes a lot of sense because Griffin also keeps the distance well. They both keep the distance well. And then, so I'm going to put my major bet to go all 3 rounds, going the distance, and then a nice medium-sized bet, maybe a smallish medium-sized bet on Max Griffin outright. And just in case Morales is doing some stupid shit and then Griffin like catches him or something or submits him or takes him down, whatever.
It would be a mistake if Morales thought Griffin was a tomato can here.
But let's be honest, like Griffin is the type of fighter that Morales would think is kind of a journeyman can because Griffin is 37 years old and Morales is 24.
He's a big time up and coming prospect.
Dude, big time. I mean, this guy basically very flashy, fast, keeps the distance incredibly well, stays far away, doesn't really get leg kicked often. Like he's very smart about the distance. However, his output is low, I would say. Even though he has a significant strike count of 5 significant strikes landed per minute and Griffin only has 4, so advantage to Morales. The thing is that Morales KOs people, right? So obviously when you KO people quickly, the strike count, goes up when you end the fight, early. He's got a lot of KOs, 4 KOs in his last 5 fights. And really what happens is people, I think they underestimate Morales and they try to go after him, and then Morales is phenomenal counterpuncher. I think he thinks that he's like the new Anderson Silva. Like the way he fights, the way he punches, like he
thinks he's the champ already.
I think he thinks he's the champ, and I think Morales has seen a lot of Anderson Silva, and I think Anderson Silva is his idol basically. But except Anderson was like doing this at the highest level, and Morales is knocking out cans.
Yeah.
So I think Morales needs to stop showboating. But anyways, I think Morales is a great up and coming talent though. Like I said, great fast counterpuncher, really fast short punches. So if you get too close to him, you will get KO'd, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's dangerous. Don't go after him. But Griffin is very smart at keeping the distance, like I said. Griffin it stands orthodox, so he uses his left hand to jab, and then he has power punches with his right. But guess what? He's really, really smart, and that's why I think that he has an advantage over Morales, is Griffin doesn't get his head exposed because Griffin rarely uses that big right punch. So he's always using the left jab, or he'll use like a left hook, or, things like that, and then a leg kick, and then and his output is high. Like he's always trying to push the pace and look for openings, whereas Morales is looking to counter a little bit more. But Morales can obviously do some weird stuff like a Superman punch to a leg kick and do some talented things. So Morales definitely should be the favorite. I'm just saying over the long 3 rounds, I think Griffin will be looking to push the pace and also more often and also mixing the takedowns.
Yeah, really watch his first round to see how Griffin reacts to Morales' youth and how he fights. So
also, even though Max Griffin is 37 years old, I personally think he's peaking because in his last fight against Tim Means, Tim Means and him were a little bit close, and Tim Means went for some sort of punch or something, and but his head was kind of in harm's way. And Max Griffin he used that straight right, power punch that he rarely uses, but he timed it perfect, and he dropped Tim Means, and he was on top of him, ground and pounding, a hammer fist on Tim Means. Tim Means is just so gritty, right? I mean, like, it's tough to finish Tim Means.
Yeah, with his dirty boxing, how he fights.
He's like he reminds me of Nate Diaz. Good everywhere, like just iron chin, like a zombie.
Good everywhere, not great anywhere.
That's exactly that's exactly Nate Diaz and Tim Means. So Max Griffin literally could have had the KO in 1 minute in the first round, and if that happened, I don't think Morales would be minus 240 here. I think it would be a pick'em fight. So I think we're getting great odds for Max Griffin, is my point. And so, yeah, going with Max Griffin, I think he's going to get more strikes.
You are going to go with Max Griffin straight up?
Well, my big bet, my normal bet is going to be going the distance, and then I'll put like a smallish bet on just Max Griffin for the $100 to make 200.
That's such a good bet.
Yeah, just a great price, right?
I'm going to go going the distance because I could not pick a winner in this.
Right, that's the right bet.
I like that a lot. That's good reasoning there.
And it's a fun fight.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Morales is so dangerous. Like,
it's going to be a stand and bang type.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Like, I mean, Max Griffin is going to be pushing the face. Morales looking to counter. Classic kind of, matchup. And, Griffin can mix in the takedowns, but Morales looks like the type of, like, athlete that can get up off the ground. He can. And it's like, if you make one mistake on the ground, Morales will create space and get up. So Morales is one of those kind of freak fast twitchy type athletes.
The age difference is pretty big here.
Big one, yeah. That's a big. But
thing like Max Griffin is gonna show why he's in the UFC here. So it's gonna be going distance, and Mr. Backhand over here is going with Max, and that's not a terrible bet. So that's what we think. And like, subscribe, comment. Thanks everybody.